Hello friends, hello fans, hello audience, loyal and haters alike. So I know I recorded or produced the last video on the matrix, but something else happened or something else occurred to me, and now I have a better explanation of a certain situation. So let's begin. So this is an addendum, let's put it this way. All kind of religions in the world, right? All kind of religions. As you can see, this particular one is Judaism. Jews are among all, right? Or Zionists, sorry. I don't mean to put it like that. Right? And then there are the Arabs, the zeros, the ciphers, right? And Eastern and Western and Latin and so on and so forth. So these are the languages and religions of the world. And they all make up the matrix, which is this life, this world, right? Okay, I don't know if I can read something here, but there's the head and there's the hand. But the hand takes a special turn, takes a special shape, right? He displays his hand as if it is a hand of a non-human, right? I mean, that reminds me of an otter's hand. Otter, you know, the river otter. You know, they have a hand like this, paw or whatever. And then I'm looking at his face. I don't know, but that's not what the point of this video is, right? Right? And then there he's emerging out of the blue within the red, right? So within the red, now there's blue. By the way, I took the green pill. This particular movie or anywhere else, they talk about red and blue. But there's another pill, not so obvious, and that's the green pill. I personally took the green pill. So there you have it. I don't know if that signifies anything or just a coincidence here. I think that's the head. It could be the breech, you know, like this is the yolk sac of the human fetus, right? As it breaches out for delivery. So he's red and blue at the same time, right? But here's what I wanted to show you. So the inmost God, right? Some people have the notion that within us there's an inmost God, right? Well, maybe not all, right? Maybe one. Maybe that's Neo. Now, within us, according to the green pill, which I took, and that's Sunni Islam, right? We have a spirit within us, right? And then the Creator controls us. That's Allah or God, right? Not everything in us. He allows us certain freedom and certain, latitude to maneuver at, but that is got to do with our choice, right? Not with our bodies and so on and so forth. So we're largely under control, right? As the Creator, He's the Creator. But it's not definitely the spirit in us is from Him, as declared in the Quran. He blew in us from His spirit, or embodied within us part of His spirit. However, it's not God. We're not gods. Again, that's not the main point. I'm making this here. Here, I showed you the face, but then here, this is the stage of Him being roughed up, such as the concept of born again, right? Born again. You know, born again, but guess what? This is in life the stage of torment, of rough housing, of pain, of gulags, of something like that. And then through that comes something like this, right? This is the face as I showed you. Here, in terms of, say, in the Americas or in the United States, Here is putting a leash on the neck, right? As I explained earlier, has him by the neck, right? Has him by the neck, right? So that's a machine, red machine. I don't know. Maybe that's a face here, but I don't care. Right now, and it's, you see, it's painful, right? So the leashing is painful. Once you're on a machine, it's painful. That's it. It becomes virtual. It's in your brain. It's in your mind, right? It's not outside. That's what Morpheus was talking about earlier when he decapitated him, right? It's a decapitated machine, right? Meaningly, you know, that's it. That's the decapitation. That's what he was talking about. You know, the copper top and so on. As I talked about, you know, the decapitation in the room. That's it. That's it. This guy is losing everything. So the machine, which works for Morpheus and Trinity, has power over him totally. Total control, total power over him by way of hardship, by way of attack, by way of cornering. Remember what Morpheus said earlier, right? Yes, when he cornered him in the building, in the metacortex building, what did he tell him, right? He said, you have to do exactly as I say, right? But then he has to do it willingly. Now he's trained to have that leash, that pain in his mind. Whenever he wants to move somewhere, this is like training dogs, right? Or training certain animals, you know. They know if they cross the line, whether it's physical or offense or something, they get hurt, right? So they know by their mind, within their minds, that they cannot cross that line. So that's the face, as I explained it. And I believe that is an agent of Tank, who is his operator. So it seems to me like it's just stabbed him here, right? There is the gesture of the stab, right? Notice. So it's just stabbed him and went back. The needle, right? And there's something here that's spinning. Oh, that's awful, man. That's awful. That's a slaughterhouse. And these are the horns, I believe. That's it. You're under control. But that's not the main point. The main point is coming up, right? Again, as I explained, these are, this is the map. This looks like England. I don't know, this looks like Siberia. This looks like, I don't know, China, something like that. I can't make it. This looks like Florida. So, or, you know, if you look at the map of the world, maybe you can correspond or correlate between the borders here and borders on the map. I don't know. I'm just making this up. But I believe I am on spot here. And there's a wave of splash wave. I don't know what that is, right? Let's see. No, that's him. That's him. Alright, this is the main point of this video. And I mentioned this before, that these may be sperms, that these may be agents, or, you know, blues clues. Or reddies, you know, reds attaching to him, taking his energy. Yes, I think it's either way. It could be that this supposed, according to what they're saying, God in the flesh, right? He's the one, right? So he's given birth, right? These are his sperms. But then you can't influence the birth, right? So some are born red, some are born blues, right? As you can see, reds and blues. But if you recall, the decapitated torso, when he swallowed the red pill and he got decapitated, right? That also denotes the copper top battery, which is the Duracell, I believe. And I now have a better understanding. The copper top means he's decapitated. No longer headful. He's headless now, right? Maybe he maintained his head. I don't know, but that's dead now. You know, he got the needle stuck in him. I don't know what's in that, but the red pill and his brain is killed, basically. Or possessed or something of the sort. So the copper top means he's decapitated. But I will go back in a bit to that. However, here, if you continue to notice, let's notice. He is being handled surgically. Meaningly, if you look, the red needles, right, they don't have lights. However, the blue right? They are extracting energy from him. What is that energy? I don't know, spiritual energy, money, knowledge, physical work, soldiering in a war on a front, right? That's where I know I have people like me, you know, those who are getting killed on the front, on either side, they're my people. I am one of them. I am a human being, right? Being sent there by Morpheus, right? And Trinity, that family. But look again, you will see that only the blues are extracting that energy, whether it's, you know, they basically utilizing this man. They're not killing the reds, right? The reds are there, but only the blues are benefiting total. They're extracting and siphoning off total value from Neo, the one and only, right? You'll see it when it gets closer, you will see it. He still needs a lot of work, right? I'm gonna try to see if there's anything here to read. I don't know. I don't know what the heck that is, but seems to me like machines. Maybe that's the machine that grabbed him by the neck. I don't know. Right here.
He still needs a lot of work.
So here you can clearly see the blues are attached to him electrically. You see that? There's a needle, right? There's a needle here. And then there are blue lights, and they're extracting all his energy. So now there is Morpheus. If this guy is here for humanity, right? Morpheus and Trinity has made sure to have a monopoly on him, right? And total possession and ownership. They want to take all that he has to offer humanity or the Matrix, right? And at the same time, they're not killing the Reds, they're utilizing the Reds, right? The Reds are the Cypher and his family, right? But they're not getting, the Reds are not getting anything from him. Notice, so you see this here? There's a wire, electrical wire, right? Here, there's electrical wire. Let's move it forward a little bit, wind it forward. Scroll forward. Atrophied, meaning they consumed so much of him, right? Or during the torment process, you know, subjugation or enslavement. You remember what Morpheus and Trinity in Zion say? A slave is made, it's not purchased or bought. You see? See that? There's like the wires, right? But the Reds, they don't have that. So now, whatever he is, if he is the one for humanity, Morpheus and Trinity and Tank and Bulldozer, they are making sure that the Reds are excluded from this process, right? Of living, of participating in humanity, of following this one, the one, right? Or benefiting from him, or being led by him, or so. So here, Zion has no equality. And one day I heard them say that he does not share, meaningly them, him and Trinity and that family of Zion, right? Trinity, of course, is Zion, the embodiment of Zion, or Israel, right? They don't share, meaningly they will try to possess and have everything. And that's what's going on in the world now. If you look at, for example, the investors on the stock market and how Joe and Trump and everybody else and Obama, this is Obama. Right? So they are siphoning trillions and everybody else is living on scraps, right? And they're working hard, right? They're working hard just to survive. Those Reds, right? Supposedly, according to them, Reds, and Greens too, me. But there was basically claiming everything illegally and unrightfully. They don't care, right? Right, wrong, whatever it is, right? That makes us human. That makes humanity one and the same. They don't care. They trample upon that. They step upon it. Just like, remember Neo, you know, with that big boot, you know, they step on others, on people, on humanity, on rules, on ethics, on principles. They step on everything that's valuable. For them, it's them and that's that, right? Let's see, I think it'll show up again. It'll appear again. So they're really, right now,
Resting. The answers are coming.
right? They show up again here, right? Okay. So I'm trying to figure out what these are here. They're like nails in his head or something sticking out of his head, or wires or something of the sort, right? I don't know, man. You fall in the hands of Zion. He looks like the Statue of Liberty here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. Yeah, they look like 7 to me, right? Statue of Liberty. Obama did a job on the Statue of Liberty. Here, I don't know, but I think I see a face of a dog, right? There's that dog, right? There's a face of a dog. Look again, you'll see it. That's a dog, all right. Dog, D-A-W-G, so you won't be offended. That's what I see. I saw a face of a dog here, right? So Neo is a dog, and then with all the values and power and so on that he has to offer the world, say for example, Zion, the Blues, are making sure he's in total possession, right? He is in total possession. And they're the ones extracting his energy and taking his wholesomeness, everything that he's got, everything he has to offer, right? And then he is decapitated, like the copper top. So copper top is decapitation. That's what it is. I'll go back and show you that. Now they're working him. See? He's twitching. But he can't move. Why? Because they have him paralyzed. He's unable, right? So when he twitches, notice. So did you see that? When he twitched, that means he's unable, he's trying to break free or something, right? But he's unable. Notice. You see that? See, there is movement in him, there is consciousness in him, but he's unable to do anything. And then you can clearly see here, let me go back. You can clearly see here, the Reds have nothing, absolutely nothing out of him. They're just living off him, right? Like they just exist like him. And the Blues are light. They're extracting all that from him. So he's under full control. Notice, right? They're taking out the Reds. You see? They didn't take out the blue lights. And everything in him is handled surgically, right? And you saw the needles, right? So the needles, that's the sedation, right? Like he's totally paralyzed or sedated by some kind of drugs and whatnot, right? Right? And he's used by Zion. This is what this movie is saying, folks. I'm not fabricating or creating things here or manufacturing evidence or something. That's what this movie is talking about, right? So he's poor Neo. So maybe they're just like removing all that red sperms from him and killing them, is what they're saying. They will only allow him to breed or generate or originate blues, right? Because he's so powerful, right? See, right there, right? They're taking all that from him, right? Energy. I explained energy just a little bit earlier. And they're doing that. Once they've done all that, what do? Right? What do? They disappear, they vanish. They are not out in the open. They control him and they've taken everything from him, sperms, blah, blah, blah. But they vanish. You don't see them, right? Pretty smart, huh? I tell you, folks, sometimes when you confuse cunning and deception with smartness, you have a problem. They are two different things, trust me. So, I don't know. Does that mean he still have heads? They will leave him with blues to keep control. These are the connections, to him. But he's got the metacortex, right? Right? Okay, so let's stop here for a second. I am still hazy on the rain. You feel as bright as rain, and I showed you in the previous videos the rain, right? I don't know. I think it's him raining. I really can't figure that out. I need more information to be able to pinpoint it, right? Or figure out what it is. What's on the roof here, and I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to find something here to give me a clue. I just can't find it. I think that's him raining, right? That's him raining. You know, the goodness, wholesomeness falling from heaven. You know, rain is good omen or not good omen. It's a good herald of fertility, right? So it's a fertility. You know, herald of fertility. When rain falls on the soil, you know, it produces green. And that's again, I'm taking this from the Quran. You know, Allah or God reminds us that when He sends rain down, you know, the ground turns green and produces trees and fruits and so on for us to subsist on. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Okay, that's what I mean by copper top here, is that it's the copper top is gone or headless, meaningless, right? And the rest is a machine that produces energy. Headless. So it's a double meaning here. It's a dual meaning. Meaningly, you're headless, you don't think, but at the same time, you're a battery, right? You produce and give that dark angel who sits inside here, right? And you're there to be decapitated.
Let me give you one piece of advice. Be honest. He knows more than you can imagine.
This place is old, folks. I am thinking here what they're meaning by that. They're like, I hear about ancients and whatnot, right? And what that means is they've been taking down neos for maybe thousands of years, and this place is just the same, right? You know, we all see pictures of initiations, right? On the internet, they're on the internet, how they blindfold someone like Neo, right? And they put the sword on their shoulder, and they're surrounded by like members or minions of the Masonic world, right? And they initiate them, they put like a sword or something. But I always ask myself, why do they blindfold them, right? When they initiate them into the lodge, right, or masonry. Why do they blindfold them? Well, my only guess, I have not seen it, but my only guess, and I believe that's what it is that's when the sword falls and they get decapitated. No, physically speaking, they get decapitated, right? And then their head falls, right? And they're really killed, they're executed as a sacrifice for Morpheus and Trinity and whatnot, right? It's a world of the blues, right? That's my assumption, is like, if you have to be blindfolded, then you're decapitated, right? Decapitation, that's killing, right? And if they can't kill you, they with the sword, if you never enter to be decapitated, they poison you, they do all kind of things for you, and so on and so forth. But that's the picture I saw on the internet. Is that what happens there? I believe that. They releasing that picture, and then all those news, right, poor humans, they don't know, they think it's like some kind of a romantic things, right? And initiation, blah, blah. But to me, and I think that's where they get really struck by the sword on the head, and their head falls down, and that's a sacrificial thing. Do they take something from them after they strike their heads? I don't know, but I think there's some kind of, it's either a ritual and they burn them and throw them in the trash, or they take things from them, like they take the soul or the spirit or organs, or you know, something like that. After all, we humans are not completely void of value, right? We got something in us. So that's what this is here. And I from this movie, I am getting confirmation, right?
At last. Welcome you. As you no doubt have guessed, I am Morpheus.
You can see that decapitated statue, that copper top, right? Right there.
It's not a glitch. No.
You know, earlier I said the script is written by a group of people, and so on and so forth, right? This is not just that Kukukowski's writing it. I don't know, maybe they did, but this really taken a lot of work, and I myself, having commented on it so far and tried to break the secrets open and decipher it and surmise things from it and draw like a map out of it and like connect the dots. I did, right, but not the whole thing. Like I told you, I believe I probably did up to 50%, maybe less than that, right? There's still more in it. But now I'm thinking maybe this is not a script, right? Maybe this is a book. Maybe this is a book, right? They read that's not available for people outside of Zion, right? Maybe they read it at age of 40 or something, and they're just converted into a movie. Could it be that Rabbi Baudrillard, simulacra, dissimulacra, and dissimulation, right? I bet money Obama and Trump, right, had something to do with it. I don't know. Maybe Joby as well. Maybe. Yeah, they deceive him. The honor is mine, right? Sit, you dog. And there's, I don't know, maybe there's like some kind of a face here of a shadow of a spirit, right? Of a shadow of ghost, right? Like a ghost, like Casper, like looking in. You see it? I don't know. Maybe I'm just guessing. Let's slow it down a little bit. Yeah, peeking in from the outside. I think that's a ghost, right? But if you look closely, this is also a door, right? It has handles. A door, right? Like a door to another room. However, when they bring Neo in, it's not through that door.
I imagine right now you're feeling a bit like Alice, tumbling down the rabbit hole.
Don't tumble down the rabbit hole. If in the same building you see a white rabbit, like wanting to grab you from the neck, try not to be seduced. They are evil spirits. They will devour you and make you look like a zombie. They will take all your sperms, all your values, and rough you up, right?
I can see it in your eyes.
Ah, yeah, he can see it in your eye. You've seen it time and again. This guy trained on.
You have the look of a man who accepts what he sees.
I don't know what that means. Accept what he sees. That's him. His fate, right? He is here to surrender, like a lost dog that is searching for a house or a home or a family, so they can feed him and warmth and so on and so forth. But he's still a dog. However, here, this is not as romantic as it sounds. Here, he's surrendering to his fate. Why? Because Morpheus and Trinity understand the one thing that is not right, and that's him being born for them, right?
Because he's expecting to.
He is expecting to wake up, right? When he says wake up, they show you the decapitated statue, the copper top. Ironically, this is not far from the truth.
This is not far from the truth.
Funny, huh?
Do you believe in fate?
Now they are trapping him, trying to put words in his mouth, like they say, trapping him by his own statements.
Why not?
Why not?
Because I don't like the idea that I'm not in control of my life.
Yeah, true. He wants to be in control of his own life, but this is this is a misled statement, folks. When you think like that, you're way misled. There's nothing that means you're in control of your life or not in control of your life. But they're using it against him. This is an abstract, folks. This is virtual. It means nothing to me.
I know exactly what you mean.
But he doesn't like to go through what they're preparing for him. He knows exactly what he means. He will not like not being in control of his life, but that's what he's going to go through. accept what he sees, not be in control of your life, well, it's far worse than that, as the movie shows us, right?
Let me tell you why you're here.
Again, I can't get look enough, those eyes, those green eyes. Man, that's evil. Now that's Obama.
Because you-
I'm just joking about Obama, him being a political figure, right? Like this is Fishburne, of course, but Obama is just a subject. He was supposedly a Neo in the White House, right? Or Morpheus in the White
You know
House.
you can't explain it, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life.
Uh-huh.
That there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me.
Uh-huh. He wants to end his life, the misery, and blah 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 blah, right?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Now,
Matrix.
Do you want to know what it is?
all right, let's see. I want to skip here. Yeah, Neo, that's your decision. Mad of a dog. Moment of truth. You take that pill, you're gonna become a copper top headless statue on his display. You take the blue pill, you get killed right there and then. There's no difference between this and that. This one you're walking in on your own willingly. This one you're forced in, right? But you don't take a blue pill. Why? Because Morpheus, Trinity, those are in tank and their family, right? Zion doesn't take converts. There is a genuine child of Zion, and these are the blues clues, and there are the reds. That's Cypher and his family, who are second rate or second class citizens, right? In Zion. But there is one purpose for them in Zion. They're dogs to serve and die, and they're put to sleep in time, right? What do you do to your dog that is old and haggard and not able to walk, and they put them to sleep, right? So if you're the red pill, you're a dog of Zion, and you're not treated kindly. If you take the blue pill, you're gonna be knocked out completely. That why? Because there is no, right, taking blue pill to become a Zionist. There's no such thing, folks. That's an exclusive birth by mother. But for the green pill, you can take it anytime. I'm sorry, the green pill, yeah. I took the green pill myself. I am fine with that. But now, I look at the glass of water. Here, it seems to be on the side of Morpheus, right? His left side. But then when you look, right? You see it here as well, right? Right there it is.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth.
Yes, but he never declared it explicitly. If he told you what it was, he, like Cypher, would have said, take that red pill and shove it up your ass, right? That's what he would say. Sucker! Neo, poor Neo. I feel bad for you. If I was there, I would grab you and extract you from there and put you outside in the world. Don't drink the water. Sometimes I think the red pill is meaningless. It's that chemical compounds and toxins in the water that is really doing the job. Again, there you go. You just became a copper top, right? All right, let's see. All right, I want to show you something here.
What the hell is this?
It's necessary, Neil, for our protection.
What?
From you. Take on the shoe.
What?
Start the car.
I can tell you this, folks, right now, if Neo decides to leave, he will be shot, right? Or I told you earlier, he's too valuable to be shot, so they're going to try to bring him into decapitation with Neo, or at one point, if they know they are unable to do so, this is it, right? They will just probably at that point shoot him. And here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2, right? I don't know. Da, 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 da. And this world here, you don't see civilization and people. This is the world that is concealed within civilization. It's behind the bridge, right? And Wabash, right? For water flowing over white stone.
Listen,
Yeah, it makes no sense to me, that water. Like I said, it's either him producing sperms or something of the sort, or they're covered underwater, or it's a place in the world. I really don't know.
we don't have time
Maybe Morpheus and company live in the rainforest,
for 20
right? Remember? They're creatures in the forests.
questions. Right now, there's only one rule.
Maybe that's political. I don't know. I don't know.
Highway or the highway?
That's where it gets me. You know, like, that's where you're coupled up. That's it. You have no longer, you have, you're void. You're stripped of your own will, of your freedom, of your everything. You cannot even think, you cannot even eat, you cannot even do anything from what I've seen in this movie. And if you go initiate into the lodge masonry, that's it, folks. You lose everything that's in your brain. You just become an energy machine that gives all your goodness into them, and then their way, and then you're disposed of in time, and you live like the life of poverty and vagabond. You live like a vagabond, and so on and so forth. And maybe they'll send you to Siberia, gulags in Siberia, and so on and so forth, right? That's what they're saying in this movie. I don't see anything else, really. Man, that's the look of a demon is there.
Please.
He's an idiot. You know, after they put the gun to his face, and then he comes back because she just say a couple of nice words to him. That's an idiot, folks. Neo is just uninitiated. He's an idiot.
You have to trust him.
Why?
This guy is blind. He just can't see.
Because you have been down earlier. You know that way. You know exactly where it is. And I know that's not where you want to be.
Yeah, Neo, that's where you want to be. Don't worry about them. Being alone is far better than falling under them. You know, you become like headless and so on. You can't, you know, when you become, you're a copper top. Once you're initiated, you can't make your own decisions. You can't do anything. That's it. They operate you like as what's his name? The tank told him. You know, they operate him like a machine, right? Like a machine, like a dog, right? Headless machine. That's all he is. According to that side, you know, the headless figure in front of the door where he enters to meet with Morpheus, right? Headless body standing over a machine. That's it. You know, you lose your head. And that could be virtual as well, right? Or metaphorical, simile, to say that that's it. There's nothing in your head. Your head is controlled by metacortex, or that interconnect, or interface on the back of your skull. Two red eyes. I don't know where they get this car, man. It's like a hearse, I swear. Hearse is like the car that takes the dead people to the graveyard. That's HEARSE, I believe.
Avon lights.
Wait a minute. I thought I saw something here. The tree? I don't know. Maybe that's the tree, the burning tree. Get it? Get it? Burning tree? You know, the one you read about in the Bible?
Avon lights.
Alright, let's see it here. Now notice what she, notice two things. The light next to him is off. this light here is off. The light next to Trinity is always on. And when she says the copper top, that you are headless figure that they control.
What the hell is this?
It's necessary.
Uh-oh, I missed. So, but it'll turn on. Just give it a second. Sorry, behind the scene here is my monitor right there. So it's reflecting off the screen on this TV.
Our protection
What?
from you. Take off your shoe.
What?
Start the car. This is the comfort zone.
Copper top, headless statue that provides everything, energy and so on, is under control by Trinity and Morpheus.
We don't have time for 20 questions.
No 20 questions. So notice the lights, I think they go
Right
on.
now, there's only one rule. Highway or the highway.
See? The light just went on when she touched him. Soon she put her hand on him, the light goes on. Energy for her, I don't know, copper top, energy, the light just went on here. As soon as she says, as soon as she touches him.
You have to trust me.
Why?
Because you have been down earlier. You know about that. Exactly where it is. And I know that's not where you want to be.
See? And his light, right, also goes on when they touch each other or something, I don't know. Yeah, when she touched him, both lights go lights up, right? Switched on. Notice. And now, as soon as he closes the car, the light goes off. And so is her light, right? So I think it's when she opens the door, when he opens the door, right, is when the lights go off, on and off, on and then off. Oh, well, that's what happens when you open the car door, right? So, yeah, you're right. I'm reading too much into this. All right, let's hold that for a second. All right, you know, I had a point to make about this here. When you start the movie, it displays the number 2/1998, and then when it ends now, like right now, the movie is ending, it is 2 or it's 9/18/99. I did my calculation and I found out that it is exactly a year and 7 months, right? So it's 17. The number in the years is 17. What is 17? As I explained earlier, there's something about 17. You will also see it in the movie 2001 Sneak Odyssey. See my commentary on that movie as well. I think it's 17. There's 16 and 17 and 15. I don't know, but I think it means the seventh heavens or something, right? Right now there is some kind of here, something like that. And in the time, it starts with 13, 24, 18, right? 13 hours, 24 minutes and 18 seconds, right? And it ends with 14 hour, 32 minutes and 21 seconds. So if I remove the military time, I would get 1 hour and 8, right? And 3, so 183. But then if I use them as military time and add them up, right, I would get 27 hour, right? On the hour side, I would get 27. Here, I would get on the hour, I would get 27. Here, I would get 32 plus 24. So that's 56, right? So 27, 56, 27, right? 56. And then 21 and 18, so that's 39. Does that mean anything? I don't know. But I think they are talking about achieving And some real events were going on toward the end of just before the year Y2K, right, 2000. And they were going to finish it. The mandate was to start it at February 19th, 98, and end it here, right? This denotes something more mysterious that I'm probably finding, right? But what it is, I really don't know. I just did my calculations and I found out that, and noticed, of course, like a lot of movies geared toward this kind of conception or notion, like The Ninth Gate, like this, like other movies as well. I don't know. I can name other movies that have to do with, like, they're on pretty much the same notion, right? Or the same course of concealed understanding and indoctrination. I don't know. They all were released between 98 and 99. I don't know. I'm just probably reading too much into this. I don't know. Here I will make a couple of comments.
I know you're out there. I can feel you.
They're talking to God, right? Allah.
I know that you're afraid.
You have it all wrong. Morpheus and Trinity. You're just dead wrong.
You're afraid of us.
So now this is humanity. They become a number. No languages, nothing. Just numbers, right?
You're afraid of change.
Afraid of change, not afraid of change.
I don't know if you...
System failure. Humanity as it exists now will fail, right? Because of their work, the subversion and so on.
I didn't
He doesn't know the future. Of course not.
come here to tell you how this is going to end.
He doesn't know.
I came here to tell you how it's going to begin.
By destruction and system failure. System failure, as I explained to you earlier, humanity. Now everybody is a number. They no longer have languages. They no longer have understanding. They're no longer families. They're nothing now. They're just numbers, right? Just plain numbers. This here, what he's saying, is taking humanity back into Animal Farm.
I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see.
All right, what is it he doesn't want them to see?
I'm going to show them a world
A world, an Animal Farm.
without you.
Yes, no God, godless world, right? World of nihilism,
A world
without control.
without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries.
That means also without knowledge, without education, without thinking, without art, without science, without anything. He just didn't include that, right?
A world where anything is possible.
Yeah, anything is possible for Morpheus and for Trinity as well, right? I don't know. Animal Farm, that's what he's talking about here, right? And you see the blue inundating the green. You almost hardly see it, right? Right, you only... So now we know Masonry is a vehicle to arrive at the Animal Farm.
Anything is possible. Where we go from there.
Right? So what Morpheus or what Neo just said is destruction of society into nihilism. Folks, nihilism is something awful. Nihilism is something awful, and you will hardly find any information about it in the public domain. Nihilism doesn't kill the human being. It kills the humanity without the human being. Afterwards, once you adhere or accept nihilism, life from there on is pain and torment. That's all there's to it. So here what Neo has just said is really back into Animal Farm. Why? Because in the current society now, whom he is talking to, say God or Allah, didn't create boundaries, right? Or controls. There are controls, yes, but once your freedom touches the freedom of somebody else, that's when it becomes forbidden. So there are controls and rules there, right? So it looks out for the well-being of human and advancement of their thinking, of their understanding, of their education and ingenuity and right? But Neo, or who's now speaking for Morpheus, right? Who's speaking for Trinity, who just disappeared. Remember when they lit up war and destroyed the world, right? And then they sank within that 12, right? That 12 gear of 12, or the 12 tribes, right? That's what they're hoping to achieve out there now. It's torment. It's whatever it is, right? And that was actually many things were associated with the creation of the state of Israel. Is really that really the beginning of manifestation of Animal Farm and so on for everybody else. That's what he's talking about here. Has he been successful? Not largely, but Zion did really succeed in first in Europe and in the Middle East, maybe first in the Middle East and so on here and there, right? But in the West in general, I live in the United States and I see the pain and suffering of people, right? They have to run every day like a herd of tormented people, like a flock of or a herd of deer or something, afraid of wolves, afraid of lions, afraid of whoever it is. They come and eat them. And there's something like that in the movie Never Cry Wolf. If you go watch that movie, the theme and the substance of that movie, or the underlying hint of that movie, is people, they need to be eaten like wolves and keep on the run and so on, because the wolves eat the sick and so on. That's their concept. I don't know. I mean, to me, it doesn't sound like that's what they're doing. I look around and I see they're whacking the good and the bad and the healthy and the non-healthy. The healthy in particular, they attack the healthy in order to enslave them and take their goodness. As I showed you when Neo was on that stretcher and everything is taken from him, right? And then the face of a dog. You see what I'm saying? To me, there's no doubt. I am glad I have the green pill, and I will never go that route. Never, ever. Never, never, ever. I came close to the door, but somehow, I don't know. Maybe I'm lucky. I don't know. Maybe I'm lucky. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. But I drive around and I look, and there's plenty of torment in this world, folks. And it has nothing to do with keeping the herd fit, right? In health and so on. No, definitely not. It has to do with destruction and Animal Farm. That's all there's to it. Re-establishing Animal Farm. 1500, what is reality? They tell you what is reality, right? Those philosophers of Zion that deceive you right and left, and you don't know what they're talking about, right? To me, it sounds like there is complexity in their logic, but there's no usefulness in their logic. The logic that they offer is complex, right? You have to work out your mind to track it, and that may be the only benefit, I think, because it trains the mind of tracking complex logic, right? So you kind of get benefit from there. But the theme of it and the purpose of it and the gist of it is really evil, folks. It's really meant to take you into nihilism and nothing. Do you remember, if you read the book Thus Spake Zarathustra, when Zarathustra took that rope dancer and he died, and he assured him there's no hell or heaven or something of the sort, and he asked him there's no such thing. He says, on my honor or something of, don't quote me word for word, that there's no such thing. Zarathustra, who's here is really Morpheus and Trinity and so on. They believe things like that, but it's you, the machine, that you should be cleared and you're brainwashed of such ideas. Why? Because believing in that makes you become a respectable human being, a guy who respects the rights of others and who adheres to law and so on, and become a good citizen in society. You understand? I could sit here, talk day and night, but this movie is definitely either a book that they read, and maybe it's this book, the one I'm holding, that is really pivoting the camera on, facing the TV, right? It's called Dissimulacra and Dissimulation, and that's one evil book, folks. That's one evil book. I mean, it's horrifying to how they consider human beings and what they do to them, right? I mean, if you understand what's in this book, and then you have given a choice to be in Zion, or take the red pill, or be in like animal, you would probably choose to be like an animal, right? Because of what human is subjected to by Morpheus and Trinity. In this book here, Simulacra and Simulation by Jean Baudrillard, right? Like I said, I can talk here day and night, but it just hit me that I wanted to make this point, and I believe this addendum, this video as an addendum, is enough for me, and I'm done with this. I'm done with this. I am glad that I'm not in there, but at the same time, I am sad that I see a lot of people, even my relatives, right? You know, like being grabbed by Zion, and they tell them what to do, and they waste no time or opportunity to show you, right? Even if you're not there, that for you to be anything or to do anything, you have to bow down like a dog and be treated with rough housing. You don't own anything, basically. You don't own anything. The clothes that they wear, those unraveled clothes and you know, sweaters and living quarters, you know, it's in the jail. What that says is very simple. You cannot own, right? This is communism. Communism says you cannot own, right? Communism says you cannot have, you just do work for Zion or the state. That's Karl Marx, right? Rabbi Karl Marx. And then take whatever you need, like food and clothes and so on, but reproduce. If a mother has more than 6 children, they call her hero mother. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Evil, that weird, evil stuff that was oozed out by that creature from hell called Karl Marx, and then conducted and brought about by that Nebuchadnezzar, right? And then Lenin and Stalin. Folks, that's what's happening now. That's what Putin is. That's what's coming into the West. You don't want those people to come here, folks. You're not the best of life or society, right? You're not. You don't have the best. You're not on the pinnacle of civilization and so on. No. But what's coming there is no short than what I just explained to you in the series and the series before. Have a nice day. I from my heart believe this is it. I'm not gonna think about this anymore. I don't think about it. It just comes by itself, right? You know, like as I walk, it just pops up. You know, that's what that means. And if it's as important as I explained now about the stretcher and what's going on, and the rest of the items that I explained to you, or that elucidation and enlightenment that I just offered you in this series or in this video tape, that's it, folks. Have a nice day, my friends, fans and haters alike. I hope you really open your eyes and consider what I just said. I know my YouTube channel is completely blocked. I go anywhere else and I try to search for my name and so on like you do on the net, right? Or on you know, any of those social medias or video medias or whatever it is where you store your videos and so on to offer it to the public. I can't find it. You know, they have algorithms just for me alone. Well, I'm not the only one who gets treated like that, but I have a feeling it's leaking out in the world somewhere. Have a nice day. Take care. And remember, don't lose your humanity. Don't become an animal. Don't become a machine. Your fellow human is very important. Don't be an ignorant or an idiot where others take advantage of you. But at the same time, forget the word do unto them before they do unto you. That's wrong, folks. That's problematic. That's bad. Have a nice day. Take care.